Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiera, and today I want to talk about the things that nobody prepared me for when it came to pregnancy. To jump right on in, discharge. No one warned me about what was going to happen down there. Like, the color changes, it almost feels different, like, and it happens all the time. Like, that's insane. It's like when I pretty much have to go to wearing a panty liner every day. Yeah, I was not prepared for that at all. I also experienced my nipples peeling. Yeah, so everything gets dried out. I mean, the baby is sucking the life out of you, literally. All of your nutrients and everything, and like your moisture in your skin, everything. And oh my gosh, you slip up a day or two and don't moisturize them things, they would just peel. Like, and honestly, it shocked me. It shocked me. I got out the shower. First of all, they are bigger than usual, which is normal because they're growing to prepare for feeding. And so, you know, I've been noticing that. And then I want to say the next morning I get out the shower, or before I got out the shower, no, it was after I got, at some point of me getting ready in the bathroom, I noticed that like they were peeling, and I was so concerned. I got coconut oil and rubbed them to kind of like rub it until the skin kind of came off on its own, so I wasn't just ripping skin and scarring and all of that good stuff. Yeah, a very interesting experience. The other thing was the urge to fall asleep at any given moment. I mean, any given moment. Now, I did hear that you would sleep a lot, which I did do in my first trimester. I worked a 9 to 5 as well, so that was kind of tough sometimes, trying to peel myself out of bed, get to work. I'm good for most of the day, but then like maybe halfway to almost, you know, when most of the shift is gone, I'm just like, you know, I think I took a couple cat naps too, you know what I'm saying? So just the urge of wanting to fall asleep at any given moment. I could be in the middle of an event and I'm sleepy, but it's just something that I can't control, you know? So you just kind of have to relinquish yourself to what happens to your body. The next thing I wasn't expecting was headaches. So I don't get full-blown headaches. They're almost really hard to explain, but it's almost as if a headache wants to start and it gets stuck. It's just that weird foggy feeling of a headache, and it stays for a while. The sucky thing is I'm used to taking ibuprofen. Being that I'm pregnant, I can't take ibuprofen. So one thing that is approved is Tylenol. Tylenol does nothing. It does nothing for me. I even bought the extra strength because I knew it wasn't going to do anything. And so far, anytime I take it, it does nothing. Maybe because my system is a little bit different. I will say I don't like taking medicine a lot in general. Well, I was about to lie. No, I would take medicine. I don't want to react every single time something happens now and pop a pill or something to alleviate any headaches or pains that are going on. I would like to sit it out and let it be natural, let it pass naturally before I do that, just because I'm more conscious of what I'm putting in my body due to the baby. Another thing I wasn't expecting was waking up throughout the night and early mornings. And when I say that, I mean like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes I can't go to sleep for like an hour or two, and then I have to be back up to get ready for work within a few hours. That's just something I guess I'm used to at this point, but it was pretty annoying at first because I'm like, oh my gosh, like why do I keep waking up? And honestly, I still don't know why I keep waking up, because it's not like I'm waking up hungry. There might have been just one time that I got up and I actually ate some food, but I don't know what it is. It's like my sleep is funny. I'm very restless. It's like I'm sleepy throughout the day. I try to take little cat naps when I can. When I'm at home on the weekends, I definitely do nap a lot, but even with that, I can be up late at night, you know, and probably don't fall asleep until later. Then that probably explains sometimes why I'm up late. But I know I'm up late when I wake up and my friends are streaming on TikTok. They are night owls. I'm not. I am an early bird. So yeah, I know I really screwed up when I wake up and I go on TikTok and they're streaming. I said, oh, they haven't even gone to bed yet. Like, another thing nobody warned me about was constipation. Constipation and diarrhea is a real thing. Now, luckily, I only experienced diarrhea for a short time early on in my pregnancy. And it was almost a concern that I became lactose all of a sudden. I've never been lactose intolerant. That's what I meant to say, lactose intolerant. I've never been lactose intolerant. I drink milk. I don't drink milk. I eat cereal. I have coffee with creamer. I eat cheese. So like I never really had any diarrhea issues, but when I went to go see a nutritionist, I talked to her about it, and she was basically like, you know, you might want to pay attention to the next time that you're drinking or eating milk and see what happens after that. Strangely enough, I continued using the same type of milk and nothing drastic has happened. So I think that was probably just a temporary thing, but constipation is definitely true. Like, you really need to have some fiber. You really need to eat your veggies and also stay hydrated. I am doing okay with staying hydrated. I go through so many water bottles in a day or refills. Staying hydrated helps loosen things up to where it's not so bad. I will say constipation can get so bad to the point where you experience hemorrhoids, which I also experience. And luckily it's not an ongoing thing for me. It was just like a one-time instance thus far, knock on wood. It was a little scary. I went to go use the bathroom. I was struggling, and when I struggled, I get a little nervous about pushing anyways, because I don't want to push the baby out. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but if you know, you know. Like, I don't want to push too hard, right? So I'm like, okay, like, I don't want to strain myself. I don't want to end up straining the baby. So let me just chill on the toilet and just see how, you know, things are. And so I'm like, okay, well, I don't think I'm really making like any progress, so let me just pause. Let me pause, take a break, walk around the house a little bit, come back later. Well, when I went to go wipe, all I saw was red. And it paused me for a second, because usually in my circumstance you don't want to see red, but I only saw red from that particular area. I double checked both areas. The front area was cool, it was the back area, and that freaked me out because I didn't know if that was a difference, that made a difference at the time. And so here I am, like, Googling, trying to figure out what's going on. And then I talked with one of my friends, and she pretty much confirmed for me that it was hemorrhoids. Now, I think some women experience it to where hemorrhoids stay around, and it can cause sores. It's recommended to use witch hazel to kind of treat the area and things like that. But luckily for me, I think it was just that one session to where maybe it was too much strain, or I don't know what was going on, to where it just caused that. So that freaked me out for a hot little minute. So now I'm making sure that I'm drinking more water than I usually do, and that I'm trying to eat more veggies than I usually do. That way I don't have to have an issue going to the bathroom. Another thing no one warned me about is as soon as baby starts moving, and I mean like really moving, because at this point I am 22 weeks pregnant, and I want to say around week 15 is when I started feeling baby move. And obviously the moves are stronger now, and this thing does not let me sleep at night. It doesn't. And I think what happens is throughout the day, we walk around and, you know, we're in a way rocking them, right? And it's very soothing. They don't really move a whole lot. But then if you notice, if you sit down for a long period of time, especially when you lay down, maybe at the end of the night, they start getting a little active. They're like, hey, wait, what's going on here? You know, like, what's happening? And so that's what happens at night. Of course, I lay down for a while. I scroll a little bit on Instagram or TikTok, and then I decide that I want to go to bed. But when I decide that I want to go to bed, this one decides that they want to wake up. So then they start moving. I play around with them a little bit, you know, talk, sing, all that fun stuff. But they stop when they want to stop. I want to say I fall asleep when I get ready. I don't even allow them to keep me up no more. But that was definitely something nobody warned me about. It's like, hey, I'm trying to go to sleep here. I'm gonna need you to calm down. The last and final thing is my food intake almost doubled. Now, I know they say that you're eating for two, and that sounds very cute and all. Sometimes you do feel like you're eating for two, but then other times you feel like you're not eating enough, and then you have to eat out of like obligation. I don't have any crazy cravings, surprisingly. So I mean, a lot of what I'm eating is, I guess, more so I'm eating more servings of what I do eat, and then I'm eating a lot more snacks. Like, I'm trying to snack healthier, you know, so like cheeses, fruits, maybe veggies, you know, things like that. But I have experienced a liking for spaghetti. I liked spaghetti before, but I eat a lot of spaghetti now. It's also affordable. I eat a lot of cereal. I eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs. Like, I ain't never had no pressure with hard-boiled eggs before, but I just find it weird that I'm always eating hard-boiled eggs. And eggs is expensive. Let me tell you, when it comes to my eating habits, I always loved breakfast food, okay? You can serve me breakfast at any point of the day and I'll be Gucci. But I was never really big at actually eating breakfast at breakfast time. Like, I would literally just get my day started with maybe like a little something of a snack, and then the next time I eat would be lunch. No, I have to have a breakfast sandwich, or I have to have some sort of grits or something before I leave the house every morning to go to work. So 9 times out of 10, I'm scrambling eggs. Now I'm making breakfast sandwiches. Now I'm eating hard-boiled eggs. So it's just like, I can't keep an egg in the fridge to save my life. And then there is lemonade. So once again, I never had no beef with lemonade before, except for Minute Maid. I don't like Minute Maid lemonade. It has to be handmade lemonade, especially if it's flavored. But yeah, I drink that a lot more often. I typically don't go for lemonade. I'm like a Sprite and ginger ale type of girl. Yeah, me grabbing lemonade a lot has been, I can't even say has been like a little crazy, but I do know I have to be careful with intaking, like, you know, different like sugars and juices and stuff. But yeah, I just want to throw in that fun fact about my cravings. That is everything that I wanted to share with you about things nobody warned me about when it came to being pregnant. If you have anything that you've experienced that you heard me say in the video, like, oh yeah, girl, me too, or something I have not mentioned, definitely leave it in the comment. I want to know what you guys experienced, because maybe I'm lucky and I haven't experienced some things. Maybe you guys have experienced the best of things. Maybe there's still some things that's left to be experienced. I mean, once of all, I'm only 22 weeks. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I will be sending out more mommy content, more sit down content, and some daily vlogs. So talk to you soon. Bye.